China and Russia have agreed to extend their treaty of good neighborliness and friendly cooperation. The announcement came as Chinese President Xi Jinping and Russian President Vladimir Putin spoke via video link. President Xi said the treaty is a vivid example of building a new type of international relations and a community with a shared future for mankind. He said China and Russia have been working closely in international affairs and are true defenders of multilateralism and justice. President Putin said the treaty has brought bilateral relations to an unprecedented level. He also offered congratulations on the centenary of the founding of the Communist Party of China and expressed willingness to strengthen cooperation with the CPC. They also discussed the U.S. plan to withdraw from Afghanistan and stressed joint efforts to safeguard regional peace and stability. And following the development for us is our reporter Chen Ziyuan. She joins us in Beijing with the latest. Ziyuan.
So as you just mentioned, Chinese President Xi Jinping and also Russian President Vladimir Putin has talked over video link. And I want to bring your attention to what are some of the adjectives, some of the keywords that both leaders use to describe the bilateral relationship between these two countries. So first of all, Chinese President Xi says the bilateral relationship of these two countries is a practical example of new type of international relationship. In addition to that, as more detail come out of this meeting, President Xi used three keywords. The relationship is mature, stable, and solid. And both countries are able to face the test of changing international climate together. In addition to that, President Xi also said both countries are able to support each other on its core interests, make achievement on strategic cooperation in terms of both its size as well as quality. In response to President Xi's remark, Putin says Russia and China's relationship is obviously, as you just mentioned, at an unprecedented level. In addition to that, Putin has mentioned multiple occasions that China is not a threat to Russia. In addition to that, both sides have agreed on safeguarding the international order under the framework established by the United Nations, and also both sides against using democracy and human rights as the excuses of others to meddle in China's or Russia's internal affairs. So they are against politicizing the source, to investigating the source of the pandemic as well as the pandemic as a whole. And also, as I mentioned previously, Chinese and Russian military have held joint exercise for some years. And also some major achievement on trade is, according to data released by the Ministry of Commerce from January to April of this year, bilateral trade between the country has reached more than $40 billion US. It's the first time it reaches such an amount in the first 4 months of the year. In addition to that, even under the pandemic, that bilateral trade reached $108 billion US in 2020, and China remains to be Russia's biggest trade partner. So a lot to look forward to in the future, especially between China and Russia, and how these two leaders are inking this relationship and moving forward from there. Back to you, Mangmang.
Yeah, sure. Thanks so much, our Chen Ziyuan, for us in Beijing.